Hi folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to my little Chinese built retro scrambler learner bike, and today we're going to do a little bit of an experiment with it. So one of the things I really love about motorcycling and want to get into is the whole exploration and camping side of things. So today we're going to see if this little 125 can hold all you need for a night away camping and combine it with a little bit of a tour. So I'm not suggesting that we should take bikes like this on longer tours and holidays and things like that. This is merely an experiment, and actually it's more of a test of the kind of camping gear and sort of pannier system that I've got, rather than a test of the bike, although it will be interesting to see how much slower it is with all this gear on it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to load this bike up in a sec and get into all of my riding gear and head out, but I'll go through the gear in detail a bit later. But I'll just show you the bags I've got. They're made by Rhino Walk and they're available on Amazon quite cheaply, a lot cheaper than the more well-known soft bags and stuff like that. I've got a 30 litre and two 20 litre bags, and they all kind of clip together. So this main big bag has got all my camping gear in it, and I've also got this one side pannier which has all of my cooking stuff and food and drink. Then the other one has got my clothes and wash bag in it as well. I've also got a first aid kit and a toolkit, not because I think I'll need them, just to see if I can carry that sort of stuff in addition. And this big yellow bag, bit of an afterthought really. This is a separate one called Uni Gear, just another Amazon special jobby to hold my sleeping bag, because that's quite bulky. I haven't invested in a lightweight sleeping bag, so that's that. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to head out in a sec. The route I'm taking, I live right on the edge of the Surrey Hills area in the UK, but right on the eastern side, and we're going to head west and do a sort of a 40-ish mile loop around some of the hills there and nice villages and stuff, including trying to get up this famous road called Zigzag Road near Box Hill, and then we'll come back to a very local campsite, my garden, where I'll spend the night setting up all this gear and camp over. So yeah, without further ado, let's get on the road. Right, so away we go. I thought I'd quickly mention that I'm using this Beeline sat-nav. You might be able to see it down there by the speedo, kind of blends in a bit, but it's a really simple navigation device that isn't too distracting. So a lot of people have these phone mounts, but I didn't really fancy having my phone on the handlebars because I've got a habit of stuff flying off my cars and stuff, so I don't want my phone to go flying, whereas this is quite a discreet and secure thing that just sits there and tells you which way to go. So yeah, got about an hour and 45 minutes ride ahead of me, and what I'll do is I'll probably just give you the highlights of my ride, otherwise there's going to be a few boring bits around towns and things, but I'll try and bring some of the more picturesque villages and nicer roads before we head back and set up camp. Here we go. So we're in Reigate now. Coincidentally, this is where I went to school and work, so it's quite well known to me, Reigate. Yeah, runner guy running across the road. Nice town, but house prices here have just gone absolutely ballistic in recent years, so unfortunately not really a viable option to live here unless you're quite wealthy anymore or willing to have a much smaller property. Lovely place though, and until recently the former F1 guy Max Chilton, who has the Goodwood hill climb record in the weird sounding car, I forget what it's called now, is it the McMurty or something like that? He used to live around here on one of these roads on the left just coming up, and he's recently moved to Betchworth, which is a place that we'll not drive through but we'll drive past the turning to on the way to the Surrey Hills proper. He's got a fantastic house there now. He's built it from scratch. It's kind of a Georgian type looking thing, really nice mini mansion. Yeah, it's right for some. Good thing is that the bike doesn't seem to be dog slow. It's a slow bike anyway, so it's nothing nothing to write home about performance wise, but with the bags on the back it's not ridiculously slow. It's pretty much the same as what it was, maybe marginal. I mean, I don't weigh loads anyway for someone approaching 6 foot. I'm just under, although this hill might give it a bit of a test. About 12 stone or so. So the bags themselves haven't got that much stuff in them because it's only a night away, you know, so not overpacked. But this is definitely not the bike for touring. Oh, I mistimed saying that. Going up this hill is pretty steep. We're down to 27. Oh god. But you know, that's life on a 125 from China. No, that's right. We're getting speed up now instead. Must admit though, I've not had that problem come back. The one where I had that cutting out of the engine when I maxed out on the throttle for too long, which is really good. Oh, lovely! It's raining. So I don't know if that's gone or if it's just a certain set of circumstances that mean that I get that behaviour on the bike. But yeah, it's good that it hasn't come back. But maybe this trip will trigger it if it is going to come back. We'll be very confidence inspiring if I don't get that again. Now we're kind of like looping round behind a place called Leith Hill, which is one of the bigger hills in the Surrey Hills, and we're going to loop round behind that and head back towards Dorking and towards Box Hill. So yeah, we'll see about how the Bullit tackles all these hills. Seems to be going okay so far, because
further up you get a nice down, which is what we've got now. And I'm conscious of tight bends and stuff, so I don't really want to go for it up to 60 miles an hour, which is the limit down here, and there's people popping out of junctions and stuff as well. I don't want to end up in a bush. But no, very enjoyable ride, lovely country roads, and I hardly noticed the bags on the back. Hope I've still got them. This is a lot of fun. Well, we are right in the thick of it now. Bit of a climb and then up some narrow roads. One of the features of this sat nav is that when you choose your route, you can choose fast or fun. So I chose fun, so what that does, it takes you off of the beaten track a little bit and takes you on other routes that either people have recommended, I think, or ways it thinks would be more interesting. So I think this is probably the more interesting routes, but I think these are starting to get to the car parks for the Leith Hill. Oh, there we go, yeah, Leith Hill, for the Leith Hill climb to the top of it. So we're quite high up here. It's just a little bit of a climb, I think, to the top, but it means there's going to be a few ups and downs, I think, which you know, this bike seems to be able to get up, just not very fast. But yeah, not fast is fine if you want to take in the scenery. So here we go, a chance to see how we do up to 50. I am only in 5th gear, I'm not ragging it in 4th, and it's more or less flat, slight incline, and we are getting up there. 47, 48, 49, 50 indicated, which might be a bit less than 50. Oh, up to 53, so that probably is about 50. That's not bad with the stuff on the back. I mean, you can stick to 40 and 50 mile an hour roads on the journey, I reckon. Oh, I've got to get over now. Yeah, that's fine. Right, onward to Box Hill and up Zigzag Road.
Right then, we're at our camping spot at the bottom of my garden. You can probably just see my house up there. So sort of far enough away for the toilet block walk of shame to be a thing. It's not just a 10-second walk back to the house. So it'll probably, you know, stop me from giving up on this and stay the night. I think the weather's supposed to be okay. There are some grey clouds around, but yeah, what a trip. That was pretty good. That little jaunt out on the bike around the Surrey Hills, and the bike didn't let me down, and those bags hardly felt like they were there for most of it, which was really good. So what I should do now is to get my tent put up in a comfortable position, and yeah, maybe think about getting some dinner. I'm supposed to be cooking a barbecue for the kids, so I'm not going to be completely solo, but I do have some supplies which I'll go through once my tent's up, and also get out of this riding gear and get into some civvies. Here we go. Okay, so the tent is up. You can see that behind me, and I've kind of stashed everything inside it except for this chair and table, which will stay out there for the moment. I've got everything off the bike, which is a bit further away than what I would have liked. I would have preferred to have it a bit further towards the tent, so it's close by. I would have done if it was in a campsite, but I'd already parked the bike onto a paving slab because the ground is a bit soft and I couldn't bother to move it. All of this is a bit uneven, so that's the nearest flat spot. So actually inside the tent, if we go and have a look inside here, all the stuff is in here quite easily, with enough room probably to get my sleeping bag set up. But what I'll probably do is move those waterproof bags into the back of here. So it's a two-man tent, and it comes with a little bit in here. You see my boots are in there, just in here, and there's probably enough room to lean the bags up, so lots of room. It's called the Nature Hike Mongar 2 tent. It's just like a hiking tent which packs down relatively small. None of my previous tents were suitable for putting on the back of the bike, but what I'll do is probably get the kids' dinner sorted, and my dinner, the barbecue, rather than use my camp stove. I'm not going to try and make things too difficult for myself. Have dinner and then get my camp set up proper, and I'll go through the gear I've brought with me. I'm going to be using just the stuff off the bike from what I took on it until tomorrow. Oh, loud bang. They're shooting pigeons, the farmers next door, so apologies for that. Hopefully that stops before I go to bed. But yeah, I'll go through the gear a bit later on. Right, so I've had my dinner now, nice barbecue with the family. I've made my way back down to the tent to go through a bit of the gear. The temperature's dropped a bit, so I hope I've brought enough stuff. This is my food and drink and clothes bag. So on a longer trip, I don't think this would probably be a food bag. This would have to just be clothes, I think. But in terms of supplies, because I knew I was having my barbecue, I've only brought one type of thing in here. So let me just open this up, and it's a trio of beers. So maybe not breakfast, lunch and dinner, but something to get me through the night. And then a load of clothes and my wash bag are in this, which, you know, you'd be fine with a wash bag. You'd be at a campsite and use their facilities. I'll just have to go and use my own bathroom, which is fine. So I'll dump this bag most likely outside of the tent, or maybe even keep it in here with me, just so I've got clothes if I get a bit chilly. This is my other bag. This is the camping bag, so I've got things in here like my mattress and other bits and pieces like a rug as well is in here, so I'll probably put this under my mattress just to give a bit of softness. I've got a gas canister, I've got my cook set. What else we got in here? Tool box for the motorbike. What else we got in here? I think that's it. But that's that bag. It'll probably be dumped outside. And then the other bag here. Anything remaining in here? This is the one which had my tent in and stuff. Yes, my camping stove. So I haven't used this, but I thought I'd pack it anyway because I would probably have to use this if I was staying in the campsite. So maybe not for dinner if there was something on site to eat, pizza van or burgers or whatever, but probably for breakfast you might want to boil some water for some tea, etc, etc. The other bag I didn't mention was my backpack. So this just had all my camera gear in it and a jumper and some water. Again, you might want to pack some other stuff if you're going on a longer trip. Oh, and one of these bags in one of the front pockets has got a first aid kit. Again, hopefully you wouldn't need that, but just in case you did, that's good to have. So that's kind of all the gear. It's all a bit of a mess at the moment, but I'm going to organise it all, get my bed set up. I've got to get the children in bed as well. They want to watch the rest of Mulan with me. But after that, I'll hopefully be able to escape down here, because one great thing about camping in the garden is no Bridgerton, which I'm thinking is probably going to be on in the house. So yeah, better to be down here, about 150 feet I think from the house where I am at the minute. So no Wi-Fi either, which might not be too great because I probably want to watch a few YouTube vids down here while I'm on my own. But you know, I could always go back up there for a bit before coming back down to go to sleep. So I think that's probably it for this evening, and I'll see you in the morning. Hopefully things go okay, hopefully not too scary down here on my own, with nobody around, not too many animals come and see what's gone on in the garden they normally frequent at night. Anyway, good night, see you in the morning. Oh, good morning, and what a lovely morning it is. The sun is shining and I've woken up to see my bike out the front, which is really, really nice. Had a good night's sleep in the tent, just woken up once by some hooting in the trees, some owls which you wouldn't normally hear in the house down here at the bottom of the garden. And yeah, I've just had a really lovely time. I mean, I know this bike is only a little Chinese thing, which isn't very fast or anything like that, but I'm just imagining myself in a few months' time, once I've passed my test and everything, maybe it'll be a nice Royal Enfield or Triumph sitting out there, and maybe somewhere a bit further afield exploring. And I'm really sort of looking forward to doing that and going on some adventures. One of the people I've been watching on YouTube, it's kind of a bit of an inspiration, is a guy called Joe Ryan, Australian guy. He's done a film all around Tasmania, and now he's doing a lap of mainland Australia, and he's got a Royal Enfield Himalayan, so more of an adventure bike, and living off of that with his tent and all this sort of stuff. But I really like his video and presenting style, very relaxing, and he does some great photos as well, so I'd encourage anyone to check that out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pack up the camp after I've got some breakfast up at the house. We're just waiting for everything to dry off from the dew, and then get the bike back in the garage. So I'll leave it there. Say thank you very much for watching, a bit of a different video this time, and yeah, I'll be back with another one very soon. Cheers everyone, bye bye.